How's it going, everyone? Mountain Post Woodworks here, and we got a couple unboxings we're gonna do, uh, and then we'll run right through them. So that way, if you guys have any questions or any comments, concerns, we'll go through it. All right. So let's open the first one up, and I got my assistant here, Isabella, my shop foreman. All right. First box. So this is a 3D printed dust port for the Dewalt 735 X, and the X stands for uh, the Alfie beds. Okay, so you can hold on to this one, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll do the second one here. And then we'll do the install. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the install on both of them. All right, what do you think we got in this one?
A blade.
A blade. All right, so it's a 12-inch miter saw blade, and we are going to install this one too. I am getting a little dull on mine. I have a Diablo on mine, and we're gonna go ahead and replace it. Jonathan Katzmoses, Taylor Tools uses these blades, and they recommend them. I ended up getting a CMT extreme combination with a 60 tooth, so I should be able to do most of my miter saw cuts or my cross cuts on that with this blade. And we'll go ahead and do the install. All right, guys. So we're over here at the planer. This is the Dewalt 735 X, just because it has the outfit tables, guys. So the shop foreman here is going to help me. She does have the new dust port that was actually 3D printed and I ordered online. I'll go ahead and put the links to where I got it. Go ahead and shop foreman, tell them how that comes apart.
Okay, this is how to take it apart. You just need to twist it. And if you want it to close, you just put it back together, and then the magnet would just do the job.
So we're going to go ahead and put this on the OEM portion of it. There is a silver little tab on the left-hand side of the rear, or the left corner. And then there's another tab here where this will slide into, and then it'll just lock into place, right? But you have to use a pin or a screwdriver, anything in order to get that. So I'll have the shop foreman do it for us, and I'll bring you guys in closer to show you where the pin is at and how to put it together. All right, so we're going to go ahead and install this. You ready, shop foreman?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, so I'm gonna bring you guys in closer. And as you see, she's doing screwdriver in the tab, and I'll bring you in closer.
Sometimes it could be stubborn.
Good job.
Okay, let's take this apart so it will be way more easier. Okay, and then we're gonna push this back down so we can squeeze this through.
All right, so I just showed you the upgrade on the DeWalt 735, and that made life a lot more simpler when material starts running through those outfeed tables. So now we'll go ahead and move on to the CMT blade, the 12-inch on my DeWalt Cruiser. That's what this is. It's a 12-inch blade. As I said earlier, I constantly am buying the Diablos, but I saw a couple reviews like Jonathan Katzmoses and Taylor Tools where they use the CMTs. So I'll show you here, and I'll bring you in closer to get this one put together. Great thing about the CMTs is that they have better packaging, I believe, than the Diablo, right? Because they're more than one and done. Now this is a combination blade, but as you see, it's a tab, and I'll bring it in closer so you guys can see. It allows me to take it on and take it apart and put it back on. Now this blade is a lot smoother than the Diablo blades. Great thing about this blade is that it also allows you to get more cuts out of it. So you can send this in for $15-20 to get it resharpened. Okay, so we'll go ahead and install this here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start taking it apart. First thing, first and foremost, always make sure there's no power to the saw, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this saw, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and test it. Make sure it has no power. And it doesn't. Okay. I don't want to lose a finger. Now, all your table saws have a tool to remove the saw blade, right? In my case, I have to remove a couple screws in order for me to remove this blade. So we'll go ahead and bring you around. So go ahead and shot foreman. I'll go ahead and turn this so that they can see. All right. And as you can see, I got to loosen screw up here and this one down here. And as you can see, it's a bit finicky. So I'll just go ahead and remove this nut. Now, if you have a second set of hands to help you, more power to you. So I'm just going to take off this entire assembly just because it'll just probably make it easier on me to remove this blade. Okay. So we'll go ahead and lock it in place. And then we'll start removing this top part here. I've installed this blade a few times. And as you see, the Diablo blades tend to burn quite a bit. That red tends to jump on your material. This is pretty worn and they're a one-time use. So we'll go ahead and switch it out for the CMT now. Right? And then always follow the instructions for your manufacturer, of course. Teeth are always going to cut downwards versus your table saw that cuts upwards. So we'll start to slide this in. We got to finagle this with the dust port, which I upgraded a few weeks back. Money, right? I'm going to go ahead and tighten this just a bit so I can get it back in here easily. So we'll go ahead and test out on some poplar and some plywood. Okay, let's plug this back on. Remember, eye protection. All right. That looked like a pretty smooth cut. It felt a lot smoother compared to my Diablo blade. That I get that it's dull, but it had a lot of pull to it. So we'll go ahead and do the plywood now. All right. And that actually still has a little bit of tear out here because it's plywood. But I mean, overall, that is a lot better. I feel a lot more control with this blade. All right, guys. So final thoughts. All right, guys. So I showed you the Dewalt and the upgrade down there. I will post the links on the description there. Same thing with the CMT blade. It performed phenomenally. And as I said, you can actually send this in to get it resharpened, which is a lot better than what you can do with the Diablo blade. So thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time. And
Follow along with our wood journey and like and subscribe.
all right, guys, you have a good one.